The Senator.
Thank you, Madam President. First, as a procedure.
Recognized.
I'm happy to yield to my friend. Sure.
I apologize for interrupting so quickly.
Indeed, China and North Korea and Iran can today hold the American people hostage to missile attack because of the do-nothing attitude of the President of the United States, who, right here in Washington, has consistently refused to build or even consider building the strategic missile defenses necessary to protect the American people from such an attack.
Some argue that because it is so costly to maintain these weapons, how valuable is it to you to leave the American people vulnerable to a missile attack, or to leave our nation subject to blackmail, to threat of such an attack, to prevent us, for example, from defending our friends in South Korea because the North Koreans have a nuclear weapon with a missile capable of hitting Alaska or Hawaii.
If Russia, for example, decides because of our actions to abandon reasonable arms control, decides instead to walk away from START 2, to keep their launchers, their land-based systems with multiple independent reentry vehicles, which complicates our defense enormously, which decides, in fact, to more aggressively deploy their submarines with cruise missiles that may have nuclear warheads, all of which could easily defeat the system that we're proposing to spend billions of dollars on today to counter a limited military threat. You have to ask yourself what kind of message S-257 would send. Basically saying we're going to deploy this as soon as we think it works, without any mention of negotiation of ABM. I don't think it sends the right message, and it sends the message at a time when the Soviet missile force has been transferred to the Russians, and we know it's fraying on the edges.
The clerk will read the bill for the first time.
S-609, a bill to amend the Safe and Drug-Free Schools and Communities Act of 1994 to prevent the abuse